finally time to start the next chapter. Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Last time, we managed to complete a mission involving the Orphe. Unfortunately, he died, but thankfully, his race is able to, well, sell your division in order to have more people. And this time, though, as you can see, I have changed up the party a bit. So, last time I said outright I was going to do a little bit of heavy grinding, and that is indeed true. I did some grinding, but also gained different equipment and materials for other party members. So, for example, I've increased it so that way this gear actually has melee attack and melee accuracy, ranged attack, experience boost X on everyone, though. There is a good reason why, because the next chapter is going to be a lot of heavy fighting. I also switched the party around so that way we have Elma and Lynn together with Doug. The next chapter is going to be probably one of the more fight-intensive chapters in the entire game. Just forewarn, you're likely going to hit the cap for your extra classes and as well as everything else in this chapter. So, here we go. Chapter 7 requirements means that you cannot have Irina Gwen. You also need to complete Oblivia at 25%, which you normally do anyway from that one mission. And you need to do Close Comrades as well in order to complete it. With that done, we can start this Chapter 7.
What should I whip up today?
It's time for something fried.
That is a great idea.
Lindley, what is Lindley making?
Fried chicken. We're out of meat, so we'll need something that tastes like chicken. Or should I say someone who tastes like chicken?
What? Tatsu not taste like chicken. Tatsu tastes like poop and poison. Tatsu tastes like poison poop.
Wait, I just remembered. We have plenty of chicken.
Hey, Lindley did that on purpose. Lindley is cruel and mean.
Food's up. Come and get it.
What? Irina's team is calling for reinforcements?
Afraid so.
So what's the situation?
Turns out we found a piece of the lifehold out in Oblivia. Those guys are after it.
What? We found a lifehold unit? That's great!
It's also news to us.
Unfortunately, it's not the core, but it's in primo condition, and every piece counts. Irina's team just happened to draw the job.
So, what happened? Trouble?
Trouble. Seems our ganglion pals have a base right near there.
I see. And their soldiers have come between Irina's crew and the lifehold, is that it?
Bingo. That's why we need to move quickly.
There's no time to lose. We'll leave immediately. Send us the mission data on Frontier Nav.
I've already got it here. I'll send it to everyone's comm devices.
Good luck.
A piece of the lifehold isn't found in Oblivia. Head there and rescue Irina and her team from the ganglion.
Just be careful. The clock's still ticking, and we can't afford to lose our best people.
Now, there is a few things I recommend doing for this mission. If you have a level 30 character in the party, I can finally talk about it. Unfortunately, since I am not level 30 myself, this means Zug is going to be the example for us, which does make things a little worse, but at the same time, I can get away with it. Now, there's a big thing I want to recommend doing before you get to this chapter. Head to at least close to level 30. Now head to the shop terminal because I can finally talk about this. You can go to Skells, and we can now purchase level 30 Skells. Technically speaking, I can't equip them. However, Doug can. There are 3 types of Skells, a light, medium, and heavy. So basically, each one has an advantage and disadvantages. For the light Skells, they have a better evasion rate than other Skells in the game. However, their armor is lower than rest. Medium Skell has a balance of the two, meaning they will take hits, well better, but they also have a lower dodging ability. It basically is how it works. The heavy skills, hyper damage, hyper melee, and all around low defense. Not the low defense, low evasion. They also have the highest fuel of the skills. Light skills have lowest and the heavies have the highest. There is a caveat of it. In the beginning, yes, heavy skills would technically be a very good method of attacking and damage-wise. I would recommend them for that reason. Now, there's another thing I recommend. If you want to go in this mission with a skull, you can do so. Just forewarning that skulls can make chapter fights a lot easier or become inconsequential outright. Also, skulls are very expensive. No matter what, these are skulls you have equipped to. For example, Doug, it does not matter for him what skull he has as long as you have a skull for him. So for Doug himself, sorry, I had a weird hiccup that would not go away. Ugh. We can finally get another skull. I think I'm going to give him the Amanusias for him as well and assign him to pilot. Now he has a skull. We can actually register his skull and actually modify the weapons. Let's modify the weapons for him and actually get something good. You can equip level 30 gear, so as it turns out, that makes things a lot easier. Now, keep in mind, it's all your skills, so that's why it showed off the other skills, which I could not equip. I recommend whatever the later game skill is and whatever the highest level you have. Zuckerberg Industries, for example, has a very powerful weapon, however, there's a caveat with it. In comparison of your own weapon, it's technically worse. However, it makes up for it by having a much more higher range, higher custom weapon speed, and all around better stats outright when it comes down to it. I recommend picking skill equipment and just upgrading them outright because of this. For example, you can equip the same weapon twice, there's nothing stopping you from doing so. However, the caveat of that is you're not going to be doing as much damage outright speaking. So, for example, I'd recommend doing something like this, so that way you have two different weapons. Now we're not done, we're having backup time. Outright speaking, this chapter has a lot of enemies, so, like I said before, you want to balance it out so that way you deal a lot of damage. Now, let's go and get the grenade, which is actually going to be fun, and then the back right actually has some different weapon, but different equipment. Some equipment don't do any damage, though, so like this, for example. So, for example, I would say outright, your best option, outright speaking, is this one because it has AoE. Really damn useful. However, as you painfully can see with my weapons and money, it's really guzzles the money down. In fact, skull making is probably the most money-intensive thing in the game. You're basically gonna take out a lot of your dang money outright speaking with this. I recommend getting whatever you can get the highest outright speaking. However, as you can see, it depends on what you want. You can actually get taunt gear now, which can seem useful in practice. However, unless the thing can take it, it's not going to want to be taunted. This skull in particular, though, can take the taunting. So let's go this way, and then let's go get a shield for him. Let's say melee. And finally, let's get the last things we need to get for this. So let's go with, I believe the best option would be right now, more melee accuracy. And then the left one will be, I believe, you know what, Cracker. Well, Cracker can help in theory, but in practicality, it's not that good. It just depends on what you want. It boosts all the skull stats no matter what. Now, the armor itself can be customized as well. You technically can get better armor for the skull. I hate when it does that. Thank you. You can equip other skull gear to the skull. There is a downside to it, though. As you painfully can see, this is technically better, but it just adds more buffs to the skull. So if you really want to increase something in the skull, then you can do so. Nothing is stopping you. You can find other skull equipment pieces in the area as well. I recommend doing that only because of that. Medium gear has like certain benefits as well, but regardless of that, I'm going to just focus on getting the skull upgraded for now. And then we will head out to go after Arena's team because this is far easier. Ironically enough, for whatever reason, I keep mixing up Chapter 7 and Chapter 8 together. I don't know why it is, but that usually happens to me. Skull is done and made. Now, if Doug's skull completely and utterly made, We can now finally start heading all the way over to where we need to go. As you can see, my skull and Doug's skull are on top of each other for no reason. Now, as you see the benefits of skulls happening, 2 skulls party members, it really helps. So yeah, I was tracking an item before, so I'm gonna ignore it. Just ignore whatever the feather icon is. And our location we need to go to is the central area ravine. You remember this ravine back all the way when we did the mission involving Nail. And we're here. Very simple. Oh, damn it. I hate electromagnetic storm. No, not American Archives, dang it. Thank you. Sheesh. One thing after another of this game. Will the electromagnetic storm please leave the building? Thank you. Ugh. I hate electromagnetic storms. Also, if you notice that I have not changed my party members around to have Doug in the lead and whatnot, there's a good reason for it, but I really don't want to. Because of this, I'll change the leaders in the future game of the game LP, but right now I'm not too concerned by it. Anyway, as you see, skills that weren't there before. Quite odd, right? However, let's go see Irina first, regardless of that. We can actually just walk over to where Gwen and Irina are located, right here.
I'm going after it. You 3, cover me.
But that's suicide.
We need that lifehold unit, no matter what the cost.
Then let me take point.
Negative.
Lieutenant!
Irina, we're here to help.
Colonel!
We'll keep the hostiles busy. You look for an opening and secure the lifehold unit.
Yes, ma'am.
Time for some skull versus skull action. Yes. Technically speaking, you can see level 31 skulls that are available in this chapter, but we want to go up to level 22s instead. So let's start us off the fighting ahead, using potential flame coke, and then follow it up with a boa constrictor to hit the head. Nice, already got that done, and now follow it up with mega beam slash. I'm gonna focus concentrate fire. There we go. Well, one's already dead. That's actually very interesting. Very quick, in fact, and here. All right, it's almost dead. And dead. More. All right. I love doing that. Yeah, this is very good as well. Ooh. That boa constrictor.
Strength comes from experience. That's true on...
I'm not picking up any more hostiles.
Friends get all of them? Tatsu not even break a sweat.
It felt too easy.
Right? There were so many of them.
But they barely put up a fight. Could this have been a diversion? We need to catch up with Irina's team before it's too late. Let's move.
For those wondering if they heard a phone ring, yes, I did as well. Thankfully, for my sanity, I will cut it out in post. Let's get this engine jump before we head over to get Irina's team. Now, there is a downside to bigger skulls. Because of the amount of fuel they have, they guzzle marinium up like a bootleg. So, there is a weakness having a bigger skull and having a heavier skull. Of course, that's the weakness of it. Now, where we need to go is, ironically enough, not that far from us. I'll say this, though, this mission can be very screwy for those who have first played, as you painfully are aware. There is dung over here as well, so I recommend going for it as well. Let's go and grab it. Move. Okay, get back out of grab mode. There we go. Now get back in the skull, Doug. 40% more defense. Let's run. Okay. Let's just run. Let's just run. Let's just run. Let's just run. Okay, we're good. That was a worry I did not want to deal with, but unfortunately I did. There's another area you can actually go through by going this way. However, as you can see, big guy again. Not exactly what I was hoping for. So there is a mission later in the future we can go this way, but we're not really too concerned by that. Instead, let's head over to the other side of this area and head where Irina and Gwen went off to. Of course, the caveat is, yeah, that. I swear to goodness sake, these crabs are annoying. Why do they make these guys exist in the game? I do not care. Whatever. I'm just gonna ignore them for now and go my merry way. And oh, we are already near where the life core is. Lifehold is right over here. In fact, however, this seems way too easy.
Gwen!
Whoa, that was fast. And you were so outnumbered and everything.
Nothing can stop Team Tatsu. Tatsu eat baddies like them for breakfast.
Says tomorrow's breakfast.
Colonel, ma'am, well done out there.
Likewise. Now what happened to Irina and Marcus? Where are they?
They're up checking on the lifehold unit.
And you've had no sign of hostiles?
No, dead quiet.
Okay. It just felt so much like a trap! Irina! Marcus! Run! Marcus!
Right.
Oh, what a shame. You didn't fall for my little surprise.
That voice. The woman from Noctilum?
I knew they had to be holding back their big guns for something. Here it is.
Well, aren't you the clever one? What you just saw was only a prelude, an amusement, if you will.
Blowing up our lifehold amuses you?
Well, perhaps amusement is not quite. More like a deep satisfaction. Like curing an illness, or scrubbing an ugly stain clean. The stain of humanity.
Of course, the true pleasure will come from watching your real bodies burn. Not that I won't enjoy trashing these crude puppets of yours. It'll certainly be enough to tide me over for the time being. Till the real fun begins.
Then they know about the lifehold and Mims.
You primate. We know all about your kind. Your fool's errand to gather these trinkets. Your race against time.
Human extinction is inevitable.
I could simply wait for the clock to run out, but where's the fun in that? I much prefer to see the looks on your faces.
How your features melt in fear as you twist in agony.
That's enough, you Samarian witch! Enough of your talk. Enough of the pain you've caused the universe. The only agony would be suffering you any longer.
Oh, please. What would a mere human know of our history?
She is mine. Irina, your team has the others. Right!
Fight against Almildia. She is incredibly powerful. Be careful. Ow. Attack the weapons, because if you do attack the weapons, you actually damage them to the point. Ooh, bind. Danny's Bow Constrictor actually has more GP power. Aw, dang it, Doug. There's always one weakness of that, and it's always him. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that happens a lot. Alright, let's do more damage. Haha! And weapons damage, but not much. Let's do Mega Beam Slash. Ooh, nice. You're already doing a lot of hits already. And let's keep going with this. Let's have melee attack again. Thankfully, Doug is doing a lot. Ooh, dear. That's an AoE I don't like. That's the attack you want to wait and worry for. Okay, let's do this. Death Blow is a very annoying art that attacks everyone in the field. Just be careful. Alright. No more of this. You're getting stunned. If they get launched, it's actually far worse because it means they're vulnerable. Ah! There we go. We're already doing a lot of hits to the tail. If we get rid of the tail, it's pretty much easy. There we go. Lynn leveled up.
Why would these aliens be this determined to destroy us?
Honestly, if I had to venture a guess, I'd say they're afraid. They fear humans. They feel threatened.
We threatened them? We didn't blow up their planet. We didn't hunt them halfway across the galaxy to wipe out their whole goddamn species!
Lieutenant.
I'm sorry, it just brings back a lot of emotions. I'll be fine. Let's go.
If you say so.
Colonel, with your permission, my team will report back to the city. I can't thank you enough for your support.
What was that about?
Irina had a younger brother. He was best friends with Gwyn, actually. But he didn't make it onto the White Whale. We lost him when we lost Earth. Everyone's got a story like that. Not that it makes it any easier.
And with that, Amalia's skull is destroyed. However, she's still around. They'll have to get rid of her entirely. Now then, I would recommend getting a pro-placement site nearby, but I'll be perfectly honest, this is definitely showing how evil the Ganglion can possibly be. They keep attacking the human race, only because it seems to amuse them outright for whatever reason. We won't know why they will attack the human race, just because that they are doing so. There's a skull wreckage at the end of the halls right here, and it gives you experience credits and another mining probe. But with that done, let's head back to the city and tell Commander Van Dam the unfortunate news. And we've returned to the city. Commander, I have unfortunate news for you that you're going to want to hear.
Commander, we located the lifehold, but...
Yeah, Irina already briefed me. I'm just glad you all got back here safe and sound.
Wish we could say the same for that archive unit. Another swath of Earth's legacy. It's irreplaceable.
Yeah, well, so are all of you. So cheer up, huh? Come on, let's get you guys fed. Dinner is on me this time.
Okay, this is weird.
very weird.
Tatsu is suspicious.
What, a commander can't treat his troops?
If you're trying to thank us for this job, there's really no need. This time it was Irina's team. Next time it could be my team. Any blade would do the same for us.
Okay, fair enough.
Besides, Lindley cooks best.
Hey, thanks, Tatsu. Just for that, I'll make you some dessert today.
There you go.
The Spud's right. No one cooks like Lynn.
Thanks, Commander. if you wanted to join us, maybe I could...
Great. Let's eat.
Chapter 7 is done. Sadly, the lifehold unit was destroyed, and they cleared the ganglion to test humans. And the power core of the lifehold is running low. And with that done,
This blade.
we leveled up to level 30, allowing us to finally have access to level 30 skills. However, I think we should end this off right here. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, we have some Infinity missions left to go for people of New LA. See you all next time.